What's up guys, welcome to my vMix masterclass tutorials. If you are new to this channel, the goal of this channel is to connect you to the digital world, to learn a new skill for yourself in your business. My name is Ronald Corbison of Digital Connect, and I'm going to be your instructor throughout this video. In this vMix masterclass course, I'm going to take my time and teach you everything you need to know about the vMix software. And by the end of these tutorials, you'll be able to use the vMix software like a pro. You'll be able to stream to social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube. I'll provide timestamps for the various sections in the video description. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. These are the table of contents you are going to follow throughout the tutorial. You can actually see that it's really loaded, so it's going to be interesting. So the first point or the first section we are going to look at is getting started. So we are going to go through the interface of the software, and we are going to see the output window, the preview window, the tabs, and then the input bar. And then after that, we move to the presets, then we move to the transitions, we move to the settings, add input settings, recording and externals, streaming, multicorder and playlist, audio mixer tips and tricks. The vMix software is developed by a company called Studio Coast Pty Limited, and the current stable version available at the time of recording this video is 24.0072. That is the version we are going to use throughout this tutorial, and we are going to use it on Windows 11 operating system. But don't worry if you don't have this latest versions. If you are using Windows 10, Windows 8 with vMix 23, 22 or even 20, you can still follow along with this tutorial. Model 1, getting started. The window you see at your left hand side with the orange bar at the top is your preview window, and the window you see at your right hand side with the green bar at the top is your output window. So whatever thing you do at the output window is what is being captured. This means that if you are streaming to Facebook or YouTube, or you are recording, this is the window the software will record or stream from. And then when you come to this area of the software, it is called the timeline of the software. This is where all input will be displayed. If you have a camera coming in, it will show here. If you have a microphone, it will show here. If you are bringing in a picture or a video, it will show over here. And then when you come to the bottom of the software, this is where we can add input into the software. We can record, we can stream, we can extend our monitor, and then we can do a whole lot of things over there. And then when you look at the top of the output screen, this is where you can do settings, and then we can pause all our inputs. If you have an input into the software, you can pause there, and then we can click on the basic to just simplify everything you see on the screen. Okay, and then when we go to on top of our preview window, this is where we have our presets, where we can create a new preset, we can save our preset, and then we can open a new preset or the last preset we have. So this is the general interface of the vMix software. Model 2, presets. Presets are the quick way of saving your production settings on vMix. So this will save all your streaming settings, all your input settings into a file so that you can use it later on. Anytime at all you open the software, you don't have to go over and be doing new settings over and over again. So with the preset functionality, it will help you to save the settings for later use. At the top over here, we can create a new preset and then choose the resolution we want over here. You can even do it up to 4K over here. Then we can open a save preset. If you've saved the settings already, you can go and then you give it a location, then you open the preset from that place, and then there's the save preset. If you click on the save preset, it's going to save this preset into a location you choose, so then you can always open it later on for later use. Okay, and then the last preset, you can also open the last preset. So this is all about presets in vMix. Model 3, transitions. Transitions help you navigate between the preview window to the output window. By default, if you bring an input into vMix, the first place it gets to is your timeline. Then after the timeline, when you click on it, then you see it at the preview window. Then if you want to move it from the preview window into the output window, then you can easily click on the quick play. Then it will transition nicely to that place. So let me use this one as an example. So when you click on the quick play, it transitions nicely into the live output or the output window. This transition, we have a lot of them in vMix. So we have the cuts that you can cut it, so it will transition in a cut way, left and right. There you can fade in, you can fade, you can merge, then it goes, you can write, okay, you can transition it, you can. So when you click on the small arrow here, you have a lot of transitions that you can select from. Okay, you can select from the zoom transition. When you click on it, it zoom in for you. You have a lot of transitions that you can click, you can work with. So all depends on the one you want. Okay, so any one of them you click, it will show here for you. Okay, so vMix have a lot of transitions that you can work with. Okay, this is all about transitions in vMix. Production clock. Let me show you how you can bring a production clock into vMix. Okay, so this will help you time your production and then set various time to whatever production you are doing. Okay, so if you want to bring a production clock into vMix, click on the settings icon over here, click on options, and then transition display, click on production clock over here, and then click OK. This will restart the vMix software and then it will bring it up. So let's quickly do that. So you can see our production clock is running nicely. So if you want to set it up, you easily click on it. When you double click inside the production clock, then you can set everything you need to. If you are live streaming, you want to set your time for your live streaming, you select it. If you want to set an event, want to set a time for an event, you do it here. Okay, what you see at the top is called FTB. The FTB simply means that fade to black. So this feature become handy if you are recording or if you are projecting to external screen. So it become very handy if you are using it. The slide bar you see on top here, it is used to also transition. So you can easily use it to transition nicely, and then you are good to go. Module 4, settings. So let's go through the settings and see what settings can we do to the vMix software. So if you want to change anything in the vMix software, click on the settings on top of the output window. Click on it and then it will open a window for us. So when you click on it like this, so we have a series of settings that we can do inside our vMix software. So the first settings you see is display. Okay, display. So if you want to change the theme of our vMix, we can easily do it here. When I select blue over here and press OK, you can see that our theme have changed to blue color. Okay, you can clearly see that our theme, you can see the edges, our theme have changed into a blue color. I don't want to restart it. So if I go to settings again, and I want to change into a different theme, and I click OK, it will change to that theme as well. Okay, so this is how you can do settings. You can change your theme in the vMix software. And then when you come to the frame rate, you can choose the frame rate you want your display to be, and then your output size. Okay, so by default, I think these are very cool. So unless you know what you are doing, but if you don't know what you are doing, just leave it as it is by default. Okay, and then when you come to our output screen, okay, we have our source, that's output 1, full screen. So you can leave these things by default unless you know what you are doing. And then if you be using NDI, you can easily turn it on here. Okay, NDI, we'll speak about it more when we get to add input. Okay, so you can turn it on and off. Okay, then when you come to options, there are a lot of options you can do from this, where you can select the language you want the software to be in, and then a whole lot of things. Okay, you guys can remember this, where we even take our production color. This is where we did that settings and then show. So you can uncheck some of the things you see on the screen, and then you are good to go. Okay, so performance. When it comes to performance, the vMix software shows you the graphics card you are using, and then it helps you know what is happening. So you can check show GPU alert, so that if your CPU is overloaded, the vMix software will prompt you for you to know what is happening. So there are a couple of settings that you can go through here. Okay, or if you are running the software on NVIDIA graphics that have a dedicated graphics more than 3 gig, you can check this high input performance mode. You can check it up, and then it helps you get a better performance for the vMix software. And then when it comes to decoders, a lot of things over here. If you don't know what you are doing, can you leave it as default? Okay, when we get to recording, this is where you can set the location you want your recordings to be saved, and then the file name format you want, and then 1 or 2 recordings you want to do. If you don't know what you are doing, you can leave it by default. And then the external output, this is where you can also do changes to our external output, our audio. This is where you can adjust the audio settings, audio output. This is what we can do over here. And then the web controller, this is where we can copy this web controller. Okay, we can copy it and then get access to or control the vMix through a web browser. So this means that if you type this link into your Google Chrome browser on your smartphone, you can use your smartphone to control the vMix application. But before this works, you have to connect to the same network. So this means that the machine you are running the vMix on should be connected to the same network you are using your smartphone for. So that is the meaning of it. Okay, so we have these things: shortcut activated, scripting, alert, that you can actually do, or you can actually go through these settings of your choice, and then you are good to go. Model 5, add input. In this model, we are going to look at how we can bring input into the vMix software. So for us to achieve that result, we have to click on add input over here. When you click on the add input over here, it will open this window for you, and then we have series of inputs we can add into the vMix software. So let's go through it one by one. The first one you see is video. So if you want to bring a video into the vMix software, then we will pick it from this angle. Okay, so you can see browse over here. So click on browse, then select the video location. So let me go to downloads and get some videos there. So let's bring it, then okay. This is a video I've brought into vMix. Okay, this is a video I've brought into vMix. So this is how you can add a video into vMix. Let's go to add input again, and then DVD. If you have videos on your DVD and you want to bring them into vMix, you have to go through, do it from this angle. You select it, you go through the DVD, then you pick it from there. Okay, they have lists. So the list supports video and audio and a playlist. So here you can bring audio, you can bring video, and then it will create a playlist for you. When you come to camera, this way you can bring camera into vMix. Okay, so if you have external camera that is connected with capture card, or you have your webcam, you can easily connect it here into vMix. So if you have external camera, when you click on camera, the output, it will show over here. Then you select it, then boom, it shows on vMix. Okay, so when it's selected, then it shows on vMix. So then you choose your camera resolution over here, you select it here, the camera frame rate, the audio format, the audio, the built-in audio. You select all those, and then you can easily bring your camera into vMix. Or if you want to use your webcam, you can still select it, and then you bring it into vMix. Okay, let's go to NDI or desktop capture. It allows two computers to send and receive video over a network. So this means that if I'm connected, or if I have two computers and I want to bring a video or an output from computer A into computer B, that I can use NDI to achieve that. All I have to do is to install the toolkit on the two computers and then connect it to the same network. Then I'm good to go. I can easily bring the output of that software into here. You see it here, and then you select it, then you are good to go. And then local capture, if this one capture the screen of your program. Okay, so if I select display one and I click on it, then you can see that it have captured the screen for me over here. So that's what it does. Stream SRT helps you bring a source into the vMix software. Okay, so if you have the app installed on your phone, you can easily bring a source from that into the vMix software. Actually, there's an app that you can use for that. I've forgotten the name, but I'll make sure that I find it and put it at the video description for you guys to try it out. Okay, the instant replay, this is slow motion. So if you want to play a slow motion and everything you want to do with the vMix, this is where you do it from. Okay, and then image sequence, this is where you can upload different images, sequence of images into the vMix software. And then video delay, if you want to delay your video, okay, if you want to delay your video, this is where you will do all those things. Okay, image, if you want to import an image into vMix software, when you click on the image, it will open as browse. So when you browse, you choose your image location, then you can easily bring it into vMix. Then you are good to go. This is the image I brought into vMix. Okay, photos, this is where you can upload or you can bring a whole or entire folder here, and then it will display as a slideshow. Okay, so if you have a folder, you want to show it as a slideshow, you can use this functionality to do that. And if you want to add a PowerPoint into your into vMix, you go here, you select your PowerPoint. I don't have a PowerPoint file on my system now. Then you bring it here, then it will display nicely for you. Okay, and then colors, if you want to change some colors, some transparent and those things, you can select it from here. Then audio, if you have an MP3 file or a WAV file you want to bring into vMix, you can easily import it here. Click on the browse and then you can easily import it here into the vMix software. And the audio input, if you have external audio and you want to connect it into vMix, you select it from here and then you are good to go. Okay, this the mic I'm using for the recording. Okay, so you can see that as I'm talking, the signal is showing. So this is an external audio I've captured into the vMix software. Okay, so you can easily see what is happening. And then titles. Okay, title, this is where you can display a series of titles into the vMix software. Okay, if you want to add a title into your vMix software, you can easily do that. So let me click on here to show you how you can do that. Okay, so this is the title. Let me click here for you to see, for you guys to see. So this is the title I want to display on my vMix software. So I just have to edit the name here. So let me go digital. Then let me make the description. Connect. Okay, so you can see that digital connect, that's the title I want to show on the vMix software. So you can change the font over here. The font, you can change the font size over here. You can increase it over here. Oh, the machine is not responding. You can change the font over here if you like. You can change the font over here if you like. You can increase it. You can change colors. You can do data source and a whole lot of advanced things you can do over here. So if you are okay with your settings, then you click on OK. Then you display it. So if you want to display this on your live screen, just click on the one and then it will show over here. And if you don't want it, click it and then it goes away. Okay, anytime you want to show, just click on the one, it shows again. If you don't want it, you just take it off. So we have series of titles that you can bring into vMix. Series of them, a lot of them that you can bring into vMix. Okay, series of them you can bring into vMix, a lot of them. Okay, you have the scoreboard if you want to bring the scoreboard. You have the timer if you want to bring a timer into it. You have a ticker if you want to bring a moving text into vMix. This is how you do it. So if you want to bring a ticker into vMix, which means a moving text, click on it and click OK, then it shows over here. So this is what is there. Okay, so whatever thing you want to display, you put it here, then you are good to go. You can change the font size, increase it here and there, and then you are good to go. Okay, you are good to go. So when you are done with it, you close it and then you press play, then it keep on showing. You can see that it's displaying, so you can easily customize it to any how you want it, and then you are good to go. Okay, so this is how you can show the ticker on your screen. You can do the timer and everything on it. You can just play around it and then you'll be good to go. And then virtual set is simply a virtual studio that you can use, that is built into vMix, that you can use for your production. So we have a lot of them over here. So one example I want to show you here is use this one over here. Okay, this one over here. I'm going to use it as an example in the video. So this is a virtual set that we want to use. So this helps you capture 2 events or 2 displays into one video. So what I mean by that is, let's go to the settings and then you can change the background over here, but let's leave it as it is. And then let's go to box 1 and then let's bring in this shirt over here, and let's go to box 2 and then let's bring in the video over here. So you can see that I've captured 2 inputs into one video over here. Then when I come to camera, I can be switching between them. Okay, if I want only the video to play, I can just do it like this and then it will display. If I want only the shirt to display, I'll do it like this and then it will display. And if I want the all of them to display, I'll just click inside and then it will display. You can see that the motion is very slow, so I'll make it fast and then make it under 1 second. So when you click on it, it zooms nicer. When you click inside the video, it zooms nicer. When you want all the 2 to show, it zoom nicer. So this is how you can use the virtual set to capture 2 inputs into one video and then you can display it in your live video as well. Okay, so this is how you can do it. So you can play around with the settings to see. Okay, so if you want it to display, just click inside the camera boxes and then it will be displaying for you. Okay, let's proceed. Web browser. So the web browser, you can bring a web browser into the software. Okay, so you can google.com, there to show over here, or any software or any website at all you want. You can input the URL here and then it will show into the vMix software. Okay, then the vMix call, you can bring other vMix people, those who are connected to Vim. You can bring different people into the vMix call, so they can host them and then you can interact with them. Okay, so this is what the vMix add input is all about. So guys, this is all about the vMix add input. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you. Module 6, input settings. We have a couple of settings we can do to our input we bring into vMix. For example, the image you see on the preview screen, you can see that the image does not cover the entire screen. There are some black edges here, the left and the right, that the image does not cover the entire screen. So we have to do some adjustments so that the image can cover the entire screen. And these are some of the settings I want to show you how to achieve those settings. So for you to do that, click on the clock icon over here or the settings icon over here. When you click on it, then it will open like this for you. We have series of settings we can go through here, but what we wanted to do is position. So when you go into the position, we can see the full size of the image here. So you click on the zoom. I want to zoom it a bit. So when you click on the zoom, you can see that it have fully fit into our screen, but the top, it have chopped the top, so we want to bring the top down small. So we want to bring the top down small. So you go to panel Y to bring the top down small, and then if you want to check panel X to shift it a bit, you can do those adjustments there so that the image will fit into the full screen. So anytime at all you bring an input into vMix, especially an image, and then you are facing this challenge, this is how you can actually do it. Okay, and if you want to do color correction with this, you can easily manipulate it here. You can see you can easily manipulate it here. Then you can do color correction with the image. You can see I've made it more black. I can make it more light. There are a whole lot of color correction you can do with this software. Okay, and if you are recording with a green screen, you can use the chroma key to select the green color and remove the green background. Then so this is how you can tweak your input settings. And then video, when you have video, so let's assume that this video is our camera input. Okay, and then maybe our camera is dark, the lighting is not all that good. vMix can help you do some adjustment to it so that you have a better video. So click on the cog icon, then you go to color correction. So when you go to color correction, that is when you can do the adjustments over here. You can add brightness, you can add some light, you can add some shadow, and then it makes the whole thing very nice. And if you want to position it, you can position it as you want. You can zoom in and out, you can position it as you want. Okay, so there are a whole lot of settings you can actually do with this one. Okay, so this is how you can do color correction when you are recording and your video is very bad. Okay, the lighting is very bad. You can use this to adjust it. Okay, and then if you want to close your input in your timeline, you can easily click on the close button and then it will close it for you. And then if you have an audio and you are playing, you can see the audio sign symbol is green. It means that the audio is active, so you can always uncheck it or check it. If you don't want the audio, you can just uncheck it. If you want the audio, you can check it and then it comes. Okay, and another thing I want to show you is that if you are recording with external camera and external audio, you always have to put the external camera audio off, else it is going to mix up with the external audio that is coming. So you have to put the camera audio off and then allow the incoming audio, external audio on, so that at least you have a better streaming experience as you go through your streaming setups. Okay, so this is basically how you can do just little changes to it. So if you want to display this image on the full screen, just click on it and then it display fully. You click back and then it goes away. If you want to do quick play, you play it directly into the live screen. Okay, if you want to shoot directly into the live screen, you don't want to go through the preview, directly into the live screen, then you just click on the quick play and then it goes live. If you want to click on quick play, it goes live. So this actually what you have to go through, or this is what I want to teach you how to do in the vMix add input settings. Overlay allow you to put an input on top of current display. So what do I mean by that? So what I mean by that is that you can easily put this logo you see over here somewhere on top of the video here. Then you can put the text here. You can put a whole lot of inscriptions or anything you want to put on top of the video. So the overlay allow you to do that. So this video, let me show you how to achieve that result. So first, let's put this logo on top of the video. So if you want to put this logo on top of the video, just click on the one you see here. When you click on the one, you can see that it's on top of the video, but the position of the logo is not accurate. So click on the clock icon you see at the bottom here. When you click on it, this window will open for you. Try to shift it to the left so that you can see your current display output. Let's zoom out and make the logo small, and then here use the pan X to move it to the position you want. You can move it left and right, so let's move it to the position you want, and then use pan Y to bring it down. Okay, so I want my logo to be here, then it should go small. So this how you can put a logo on top of your current video. Then if you like, you can adjust the zoom in and out. Okay, you can do this. And then let's put text on the video. So if you want to put text, click on the input, add input, and then go to Talis. Okay, when you press on Talis, you see text over here. Click on the text, click on it, and then load it onto your timeline. So what text do you want to put there? So let's try something like live. Okay, live. Use red color here. Okay. Red color here. Okay, so let's minimize this. So this is our live. You can see we've changed the color. So let's bring it onto our video. So click on 2, that's overlay number 2. You can see it is on the middle of the thing, so we don't like the position. Click on the cog icon, and then you select position here. The first video I forgot to show you. Choose position, then you can resize it accordingly, and then you can move it. Yeah, you can move it here. Take it to top. You can do it like this. So you can see that our live icon is nicely displayed over there. Okay, so we have overlay 1 here, overlay 2 here. So you can add more overlays. You can add as many overlays you want. Okay, so let me put this intro video as our third overlay on this. You can see that it has occupied the entire screen. So click on the cog icon and then zoom out to reduce it, and then let's push it to a cool place. Okay, let's push it to a cool place. So let it go here. You can't even see. Push it here. So you can reduce it small over here. So this is our third overlay. So basically this is how you can do overlay in vMix. Okay, you can do that. So you can see the 1 2 3 at top, that there is 1, you can put it on and off. There is 2, you can put it on and off. And there is 3, you can put it on and off. Okay, so this is how you can use your overlay in the video. Okay, model 7, recording and external. In this model, I'm going to show you the best recording settings you need to know before you record your video. So let's go over to the recording settings. So click on the clock icon, and then the recording setup window will open like this. And then what you see on the list here are the format the vMix software accepts, the recording format the vMix software accepts. So we can clearly see that the most popular format we have here is the MP4. So we are going to record our video through MP4, but you can feel free to choose any format you want. But the most popular one we have here is MP4. So when you click on the MP4, there are a couple of settings that you can go through. You can see the file name, where the directory where the file will be saved to is on top here. Then you can see the resolution or the size. There are so many resolutions you can change from. Okay, a lot of them. So you can choose the resolution of your choice. Then the frame rate you want, you can choose them over here. There are a lot of them over here. You can choose the frame rate you want, and then the bit rate, which is in megapixels per second. Okay, the bit rate displays, the higher the bit rate, the higher the size of the video, or the larger the size of the video. So this simply means that for you to get a high quality video, you have to increase your bit rate. So when you increase your bit rate from maybe 8 to 20, then it means that after recording the video, the video size will be huge, or it will be large as compared to if you record it with 8 bit rate, which is in megapixels. Okay, and one thing you should also take note is that recording a higher bit rate on a low spec machine will spoil your video. So what will happen is that it is going to make your video lags. Okay, it's going to be cracking, it's never going to be smooth, it's going to be lagging, and then you never enjoy the video. So it is advisable that you always record your video with a lower bit rate if you are using a low spec machine. Okay, then you can adjust the audio settings over here. If you don't know what you are doing, you can leave them by default, but if you actually know what you are doing, you can do the changes over here. Another good thing I want to show is that you can record the video in two formats at the same time. Let's say we want to record our first one, we want to record with MP4, and the second with AVI. So all what you have to do is to enable the AVI, then go through the settings, then you are good to go. So when you click on the record button, it's going to record two separate videos in two different formats for you guys. Okay, so when you click on the OK button like this, then you press on the record button. So when you click on the record button, when it goes red, it's telling you that you are recording your output screen. So whatever that is here, that is what you are recording. Okay, you are recording your output screen. So that is what you are seeing over here. Okay, so if you want to stop your recording, you can easily click inside. Then you stop your recording. You stop your recording over here. External. This functionality is actually used for extending your output window into a secondary monitor. So if you want to extend or project your output window into a secondary monitor, what you have to do is to press on the extend button. It will go red like as you are recording, then click on full screen over here. Okay, you click on the full screen over here, then you are good to go. So this will enable vMix to extend your output into a secondary monitor for you. Model 8, streaming. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to stream to Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so we are going to go through the settings you need to do to be able to stream to those streaming platforms. So let's jump right in. So click on the settings icon or the clock icon beside or closer to the streaming button. When you click on it, it will open streaming settings for you. The pop-up will come. Okay, so what we are interested in here is to stream, choose our destination you want to stream to. There are so many destinations you can stream to. Okay, you can stream to a lot of them over here. You can stream to Cloud Media Group, You can stream to Facebook, you can stream to YouTube, you can stream to Twitter, you can stream to Touch, you can stream to a whole lot of them over here. So we will choose the streaming destination we want to stream to. Okay, and so some people will choose Facebook. And then when you choose Facebook, it will ask you to log in and stream to. It's cool, you can go by that way, but what I like doing, or I'll recommend you guys doing, is to stream using the custom RTMP server. With the custom RTMP server, it will allow us to come in or stream with our streaming URL and streaming key, which you will get it from Facebook. So let's go over to Facebook and then get these keys and come back to vMix. So this is my personal Facebook account. So I'll show you how to stream directly to your timeline and how to stream to your Facebook page. So you are going to do this. So if you want to stream directly to your timeline, click here. When you open your Facebook page, just click here, live video. So when you click on the live video, it will open. So when you click on the live video, it will take you to this page. Here, they're asking us to go live or create a live video event. So what we want to do is to go live. So click on select. Then it will load up for us. So on this page, Facebook is asking us if we want to use our webcam for the live video or we want to use a streaming software. We are using vMix, so we will go by the streaming software. So click on the streaming software and then we are here. So here, what we need, the two things we need from this place is the streaming key and the streaming URL. The streaming URL is down here. So you need the streaming key top here and the streaming URL which is down here. So let's copy it one after the other. So first let's copy the streaming URL. Copy it and then go over to vMix. Go to stream settings and then you put it here. You put it here. Let's go back to Facebook. Copy our streaming key. Go back to vMix and then paste it here. Good. So now we are set. Okay. So the next settings we want to look at is our quality, the streaming quality. So here you have a whole range of quality you can choose. Okay, you can see that you can stream with a very high quality to the lowest quality. Okay, you can stream 1080 60 megapixels, sorry, 1080 6 megapixels per second. That is for touch, and you have a whole lot of them here. But if you are having a very weak internet, you can't stream to the highest quality. The streaming quality will depend on your internet strength. If you have a very weak internet connection, then you have to choose a low quality so that the streaming will go on, else you are going to face a lot of challenges. So since my internet is not that very strong today, let me choose 500 kilobytes per second. Okay, you can choose 1 megabyte per second, that's 480. You can do 720 here, you can do 1080 here. All depends on the strength of your internet, I've said earlier on. So let me choose 480, and then after that, just leave the application as default. Okay, so press on save and close. So now we are done with the settings. So this is our monitor, this is our video. So when our streaming is going on, you'll see it over here. So let's head over to vMix to start the streaming. So here, this is what we are going to stream to vMix. Okay, this is what we are going to stream to vMix. So now that we are done with all our settings, click on the stream button over here. Voila, we are streaming live to Facebook. So let's go to our Facebook page and check our streaming. So you can clearly see that our video have appeared here, and then we are streaming live to Facebook. Okay, so when you see your video here, so this is a preview of your streaming, then you go up here and do 1 or 2 settings, then you continue with your streaming. So here you can add your title and your description of the video. Okay, so you can add a title of the video, any title you want, you add it, the description of the video you are streaming or your stream, then you add it. Then you go here, go live. When you click on it, then this will go live on your Facebook page, or you click at the blue button here, go live. This will start streaming live on your Facebook page for you. So basically, this is how you can stream live to Facebook using vMix. So one thing I also want to show is that if you are streaming and you are getting this orange, red going back and forth, it means that your streaming is not smooth. There's a problem. Either your network is not strong, or you are having this thing here. We are getting this warning over here, CPU overloaded. This warning normally happens if you are using a low spec machine. If you are using a low spec computer to do the streaming, these are the warnings you always get. So sometimes the best thing you can do, or the best way to solve some of these problems, is to close some of your input if open on the timeline. When you close them, sometimes you reduce the burden on the CPU, and then it's able to process and stream well for you. Okay, the moment you start getting this one, it means that you are going to face a lot of challenges. If you are streaming, it's going to be going back and forth. Okay, so this is how to stream to Facebook. Okay, this is how you can stream to Facebook. And if you want to stream to Facebook page, go over to your Facebook page. This is my page, Digital Connect. If you've not liked the page, I'll leave the link on the description below of the video so that you like the page and follow me as well. So you go over to the page, then you click on live. When you click on live, it will open a window for us, just like streaming to your timeline. Then click on set. Okay, so when you get to your page, when this page loads, it will ask if you want to use a webcam or a streaming software. If you want to use a streaming software, then you just copy the URL and then the streaming key, as we did if you want to stream to your timeline. So it's the same process you go through. Okay, there's nothing new here. Okay, so this is how you can stream to Facebook and your Facebook timeline and your Facebook page. So the next agenda is to show you how to stream to YouTube. So if you want to stream to YouTube, first you have to open your YouTube page. Okay, open your YouTube, make sure that you've signed in. If you can see that I've signed in. So if you open to your YouTube, then you click on this, click on the create icon, then you choose go live. So when you choose go live, it will load a page for us. Good. So our YouTube page have opened for us. So here YouTube is asking you if the content you want to stream on their platform, is it for kids or it's not for kids. So just choose the category you want. Mine is not for kids. Then you click on save. Then YouTube is waiting. So here you can input your title of your stream here, your category, and then the privacy. Okay, you can edit them over here. Then we'll copy our streaming key. Okay, we'll copy our streaming URL and streaming key as we did with the Facebook. So first of all, you have to copy your streaming URL, as you can see over here. So copy the streaming URL and then go over to vMix, go to settings, and then under the settings, clean this one and then paste your YouTube URL here. Let's go back to YouTube again and then copy our streaming key. You can make it visible by clicking here. Copy our streaming key, then clean this one and then paste it like this. So the same settings as we did to the Facebook. If you are having a very weak internet connection, choose stream to a low frame rate, else you are going to face a lot of challenges. So you choose the quality you want to stream, and then you click on save. So when you click on save, you can see that it's waiting for us to go live so that it will display here. So click on your stream icon, just click on the stream icon. So you can see that the streaming has been established. It is purely red. This means that the streaming has been established. So now we are streaming to YouTube live. So when you go there, let's wait for it to load. Good. So you can see that we are live, connection established, we are live. Okay, so it's still loading. Let it load for us to see what is happening. And so you can see that we are streaming live to YouTube. Over here you can see my picture here, my logo, and then the rest of the information. So basically this is how you can stream to YouTube. Okay, it's not anything difficult. You just have to copy your streaming URL and then your streaming key, then you are good to go. Okay, so thank you for watching this tutorial. Model 9, Multicorder and Playlist. The multicorder is an advanced feature in vMix that gives you the ability to record raw videos and audios from a capture input to a separate file in addition to the main vMix recording. So this gives you ability to record a 4K high quality raw video files separately from the normal recording we do on vMix. And then when we go to, so you can see here that it allows you to record up to 4 inputs. Okay, it allows you to record up to 4 inputs, and then you can do all your settings over here, the video quality, the audio quality, whatever settings you want, you can do it over here. And then we can record to different file formats I showed you in the recording settings. Then when you are done with your settings, then you click on the recording. It will record the files separately from the normal recording we do on vMix. Playlist. The playlist allow you to move all your input devices into a playlist. So let me quickly show you how to do this. Let me remove this things over here. So all what you have in our timeline, it can be found here. Okay, so all what you have, the t-shirt, the black, white, the logos, everything is here in the available input. So these are the available inputs. So we are going to loop them. We are going to make them as a playlist. So you move it into the playlist. Move this one into a playlist. Move it into a playlist. Then we can loop through, and then we can let it loop. So you can see that it will be changing. So it's looping. So that's the purpose of the playlist over here, to be looping. So if when you check on the loop, it will keep on looping. It will never stop. It will keep on doing it over and over again. And then we have some other settings that you can also play around to see the one which works best for you. Model 10. This is the last model we have here. And thank you so much for sticking with me till this far. I really appreciate your time, and I believe you've learned a lot from this tutorial. So the last thing I want to teach you before I bring everything to an end is to show you the best audio mix settings you should do if you are using external microphone into your vMix. So click on the audio mix button here. When you click on the audio mix button, then choose the microphone you are using here. So this is the mic I've connected with. So click on the cog icon, and then it will bring up a pop-up. So when the pop-up opens like this is where we can adjust our microphones and do certain changes to it. So the first thing I like doing is to come to channel metrics and then check everything up. Check everything up. Then you go to your channel here, leave everything default, I click on the gate, compress, check it up, and then you can take it to 4.1. Equalizer. If you don't know what you are doing, you can leave it. If you know what you are doing, you can check it up, and then plugins, and then general. Okay, so if you quickly do these settings, then come here. When you come here, let's focus on the delay. Okay, especially if you are connected to external camera and you are getting the feed into the software, and you are using external microphone or external sound coming into the software, it's likely that there will be a mismatch. So what you can do to solve this problem is to delay the speed of the audio. You have to delay the audio so they can match with the video. So this one, there is no specific settings that you can just do and it will work for you. All depends on the machine or the computer you are using. So this challenge or this problem normally occur when you are having a computer that is having a low specification. So what you can do is that you have to play around with the delay figures to see the one which works best for you. I'll show you what works best for me. What works best for me is 350. That's the one that works best for me. If I'm live streaming and I do 350, my audio and the video all works fine and everything works perfectly. And after that, you can see the gain over here. You can play around with the gain. If your volume or your incoming audio is really low, you can play around with the gain, or you can choose auto gain to adjust all those things in it. Okay, the system volume play around with, but you can leave it as default. So this is the settings I want to show you in vMix, and when you play around these settings and get it correct, trust me, you are going to enjoy streaming into vMix. We are going to enjoy streaming with vMix, and everything is going to be fine.